To other stories now, the Michael Imoudu Institute for Labour Studies has organised a week-long training program for about 200 staff members of the National Assembly. This is in a bid to foster a positive work environment and promote harmonious working relationships within the National Assembly. Senior correspondent Sharon Ijason reports.
The need for workers' training and retraining was re-emphasized at this event. The training focused on work ethics, grievance settling, occupational health and safety, and awareness about labor laws and procedures for resolving disputes in the world of war. The Director General of the institution, in an interview says the exercise is aimed to encourage innovative approaches to address the challenges faced by the staff.
It's time for us to avoid polarization, avoid fighting, but it's not the time for a dialogue to look at what the issues are. And I've no doubt in my mind that it's still not late for us to have protests. It's not late for government and labor to sit together. And this is what we are here for, to promote that capacity for negotiation, for compromises. At the case, but we can have a win-win solution. And on the last note, even the disagreements are also very healthy because it's about development.
The expected outcome of the program is a more cohesive and productive relationship between the staff and management of the National Assembly. This harmonious environment is believed to strengthen the democratic process, leading to increased efficiency and effectiveness in the nation's legislative arm.
The ministry is very, very excited at this innovation, and we are really impressed and happy with the institute, which incidentally happens also to be our agency. So it shows you the push that the ministry and the agency has towards bridging the gap and letting the relevant sectors in Nigeria, especially the National Assembly, on labor administrations and how to foster the kind of relationship that is going to make administration of labor along all strata to be very effective, harmonious, and progressive, because we want a progressive, safe and decent industrial relations and labor relations with Nigerian workers and Nigerians as a whole.
The National Assembly's Union, the Parliamentary Staff Association of Nigeria, plays a significant role in the advocacy for workers' welfare.
Let's go to health matters now. The Executive Director of the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency has expressed confidence that a partnership with the Northern traditional leaders will yield the desired result in ensuring all children are immunized. Mr. Shuaib stated this in Sokoto State during a strategic meeting with traditional rulers of inaccessible communities in Sokoto, Kebbi, Zamfara, Katsina, Kaduna and Niger states, where security challenges have made healthcare delivery difficult. It says the northern traditional rulers had displayed great foresight in supporting government to overcome challenges with community engagement and mobilization for primary healthcare services.
Every child, every Nigerian child has access to vaccine, no matter where he lives or the security situation in the area he lives. So here we have community leaders from those areas that are threatened by banditry. We are trying to work with these traditional leaders to see how we can access such communities with vaccines.
Data that suggests that close to 1 million kids are affected by difficult access to health services due to the insecurity, due to inaccessible to health services. But we also know that due to the fluid nature of the insecurity, these numbers might vary from 500,000 to up to 1 million. What we're doing is working with community leaders, working with civil society.
There are still challenges, and this is why I said time is for acceleration. Acceleration, but getting back to the basics, because we have realized that primary health care approach is still relevant today as it was 45 years ago.
In this case, especially in this forum, we're trying as much as possible to make sure that the children who've never been vaccinated, who we call zero dose, are accessed, even in the most remote of places.
The Nigeria Immigration Service has been advised to deploy cutting-edge technology in tracking both regular and irregular migration into the country. Key players in the Immigration Service gave this advice in Akwa Ibom State at the 60th anniversary of the NIS. Joseph Kunde reports.
In the country's borders and ensuring that only those with valid documents come into the country for either business or any other purposes is what the Nigerian Immigration Service is saddled with since it was instituted some 60 years ago. The Ibom Hall is the venue as the Akwa Ibom State Command of the NIS joins the rest of the commands in the country in the events of the 60th anniversary of the NIS. Key players are harping on the need to ending the scourge of smuggling of women and men out of the country, amongst other relative issues.
We can't afford to allow foreigners take advantage of the sea and infiltrate our ranks without proper checks. Akwa Ibom State today is a destination that people outside neighboring states, they are rushing down and stay in Akwa Ibom State to do more business for the other. So why leave such a place?
This gender syndrome, as it is called now, has resulted to Nigerians leaving the country in ways that put their lives at risk. It is in the light of the foregoing that I thank Nigerian Immigration Service for coming up with today's motion to educate us on the gains of traveling with appropriate documentation.
The idea of seamless regular migration in border communities also took the front burner.
Don't run away, and if you must leave this country, go through the right means, because going through the wrong means can cost you your life. And so we don't want to lose our children after we have trained them. As such, I am happy that they came out. The who is who came out.
With the opening of the borders, allowing the passage for authorized persons with valid documentation to go about their businesses in Nigeria, strengthening the border lines would be of enormous importance to the country. Joseph Kunde, TVC News, Uyo.